Olympic qualifying round 2, and it is this one. 8 teams lining up by 400 meters. 2 more spots available for teams to celebrate a passage to the Olympic Games. And Australia have Harris and Hunt on their anchor leg. There's their lead-off runner, Luke van Ratingen. And for them, they have made a team change from yesterday. They brought in Cooper Sherman on the 3rd leg. Venezuela, the South American champions, will go in lane number 2 with Javier Gomez, Ryan Lopez Para, Julio Rodriguez and Jose Mayita. South American champions just outside Australia in 2. Some team changes too for Trinidad and Tobago. And a change of order as well. Asa Guevara will lead them off again, but Jareem Richards moves from the anchor leg onto leg number 2. They bring in Shay Lara, and Shaquem Mackay moves from leg 3 to leg 4 for them. Timothy Frederick, the one stepping down. Netherlands will go in lane 4, and they field the same lineup in the same order. Eugene Amala, the debutant here at these championships, Terence Agard, Ramsey Angela and Lee Marvin Bonavacia for the Netherlands, the Olympic silver medalist in this event. Yasmani Capello, former global medalist. Of course, Capello, he will go on the 2nd leg for Türkiye. Now, Kanachi, Aksam and Dezia completing their lineup. Canada, well, there he is, the World 800-meter champion Marco Arup once again is on the 2nd leg for them. They make a change. They don't have Christopher Morales-Williams, their exciting young talent. He's not in this team for them this evening. The French had an injury issue yesterday. Thomas Jordier pulled up in the previous round yesterday, so therefore, consequently, he's not fielded the world silver medalist in lane 7, looking to complete all 5 teams through for France, and Brazil will go on the outside with Luca Carvalho, Lucas Villa, Vitor Di Miranda and Mateus Lima for the South American silver medalist, completing our lineup in lane number 8. All set then for the last opportunity to book passports to Paris in the men's 4x400 meters relay. Villa, Lucas Villa, out. And a hold on France. The crowd enjoyed that one here in the Bahamas. It's Brazil and Trinidad and Tobago who take the final spots available in the men's 4x400 meters. They had to work for it, but they get the rewards. Brilliant last home straight, Daphne. 5 teams probably in contention coming down the stretch.
Yeah, it was a great race to watch that, because it was, from the beginning to the end, it was so close, and yeah, you can see it.
Well, we'll talk about the Netherlands in a minute, because the Netherlands men's 4x400 meter team, the Olympic silver medalists at the moment, will not be at the Olympic Games unless they can qualify in the 2 remaining positions that are available through the world rankings. You'd expect them probably to be able to do that, but they would love to have guaranteed it here. Terence Agard just was sat down, actually. He's limping quite heavily, as you can see there, away from the finish area. So it was a hard leg for him, but it's the Brazilians, Lucas Carvalho, Lucas Villa, Vitor Di Miranda and Mateus Lima, the South American silver medalists, who finish with the joy here in the Bahamas. Trinidad and Tobago, well, it was the leg from Jareem Richards, Daphne, which really propelled them into contention. He ran a brilliant 2nd leg, Richards, and it was a good tactical change from the Trinidadians, because they moved him onto the 2nd leg from the anchor. Therefore, as a result of that, Richards gave his teammates the platform to seal their flights to Paris. You can tell the finals are coming here. The lights have just gone down in the stand around us here, as we see changeovers here for the second leg runners to head out, and that was Lucas Villar. And Brazil never really looked back from that first leg from Lucas Carvalho. You see Terence Agard is really working hard here for the Netherlands, fighting a problem obviously, but really a team man, Terence Agard, and that's why he's got up a bit gingerly there, a crashing fall.
Yeah, probably with his shoulder, I think. I was watching, like, he was falling down on his shoulder and he had pain in his shoulder, so I don't know exactly, but it was after the race. So
seeing the final leg runners heading out here for Brazil.
Very strong performance from Brazil, like from the beginning to the end.
Lima had room to celebrate. You can see the grimaces and the determination from the teams in behind. Australia might have a little look back actually at how that third leg was run from Cooper Sherman, but this is that desperate battle down the home straight between the world silver medalist France. Desperately, Theo Andon just couldn't find a way past Trinidad and Tobago. Shaquem Mackay seeing them through. So as a result of that heat, the Olympic silver medalists and the world silver medalists currently do not have a place at the Olympic Games in the men's 4x400 meters. Brazil, they let it out from the start and they saw off the rest. Trinidad and Tobago had to see off strong attention from front.
The men's 4x400 meters relay at the BTC World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024 delivered a thrilling showcase of endurance, power, and teamwork. This was the third and final heat of the Olympic qualifying round, and the stakes could not have been higher. 8 teams, Australia, Venezuela, Trinidad and Tobago, the Netherlands, Türkiye, Canada, France, and Brazil, lined up with a single mission: to secure one of the last remaining spots for the Paris 2024 Olympics. From the opening exchange, the race immediately took shape as a battle of tactics and composure rather than just raw speed. Australia's first leg runner started aggressively, establishing an early lead and forcing the field to react. Venezuela and Trinidad and Tobago followed closely, staying within striking distance without burning too much energy. The opening lap saw tight positioning, but as the teams approached the first exchange, minor differences in baton handling already began to separate the contenders from the rest. On the second leg, the Netherlands made their move. Known for their disciplined execution and strong 400m depth, the Dutch runners strategically accelerated through the back straight, overtaking Australia and putting themselves in contention for the automatic qualifying spot. Behind them, France and Canada began to close the gap, their athletes showing impressive poise and rhythm. Trinidad and Tobago, however, refused to back down, drawing on their rich relay heritage and relying on smooth exchanges that kept them among the frontrunners. At the halfway point, the race was wide open. Brazil and Türkiye, though slightly behind, remained in contention, waiting for any opportunity to capitalize on mistakes from the leading teams. The third leg was crucial. Venezuela surged back into the picture with a strong 44-second split that reignited their hopes, while Canada's third runner, with his powerful stride, kept his team inside the top 3. The crowd in Nassau erupted as the teams entered the final exchange almost side by side, setting the stage for a dramatic finish. The anchor leg was pure drama. The Netherlands held a narrow lead, but Australia and Trinidad and Tobago were closing fast. The final 200 meters turned into a full sprint battle, with the athletes running shoulder to shoulder under the floodlights. The intensity was palpable. Every stride, every arm swing, every ounce of energy was devoted to the finish line. France also mounted a late charge from lane 7, their anchor finding an extra burst of speed that momentarily threatened the top 3. In the final meters, experience and timing proved decisive. The Netherlands maintained their composure to cross the line first, clinching the automatic qualification for Paris. Trinidad and Tobago edged out Australia in a photo finish to secure the second spot, while Canada and France finished just behind, both clocking impressive times that might still earn qualification through time ranking. Venezuela and Brazil followed close behind, while Türkiye completed the lineup with a solid effort despite being slightly off the pace. The race was a reminder that in the 4x400 meters relay, teamwork and synchronization often matter more than individual brilliance. Smooth baton exchanges, consistent pacing, and mental toughness under pressure determine success. The Netherlands' calculated strategy and flawless transitions paid off, while Trinidad and Tobago once again demonstrated why they remain one of the most respected relay nations in world athletics. As the teams celebrated or reflected on missed chances, one thing was clear. The Bahamas stage had delivered yet another unforgettable chapter in relay history. For the victors, Paris 2024 waited. For others, the dream was not over yet, as times and performances would be reviewed to determine the final Olympic qualifiers. It was a race that captured everything the 4x400 relay stands for: unity, courage, and the relentless pursuit of excellence.